Hello, it's time for a Combat Patrol Battle Report. So here we go, it's time for this issue's battle report, and we're using the brand new mission Display of Might. So which of our two armies will be victorious? Let's find out. But before we do, don't forget to of course do all the usual. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and drop me a comment down below. Drop me a comment, let me know who you think is going to win this fight, and then you'll see who is the victor at the end. Finally then, Combat Patrol Carnage is proudly sponsored by warbay.shop. Your one-stop supply for all your hobby needs. Get that final unit you need to round out your force, or you could even start yourself a brand new army. They have a great selection of stuff, and they stock the entire Games Workshop range, from models to paints to all your basing equipment as well. They also stock past and present part works from Hachette, so check out if you're looking for some extra issues. They might just have the ones you're missing. There's a link as usual in the video description, and you might just find your next hobby project there at a bit of a discount. Right. Let's go. It's time for some Warhammer. So here we are all set up, ready to play Display of Might, our brand new mission from the magazine. So this is going to be fun. We've got to claim the sites. So these two objectives here are holy sites, which the opposition are trying to control and desecrate, basically. If we control them for a long enough time, we earn extra points. So we score 5 points for one objective, 5 points for 2 or more objectives, 5 points for 1 or more symbolic sites, and another 5 points if we control the same symbolic site by the same unit twice. We also can't use the Insane Bravery stratagem unless the unit being targeted is within 6 of the Warlord of our army. And as I said, the two in the center here are the objective sites. At the end of each player's command phase, if the player who sentences controls a symbolic site with one or more character model from their army, and they are within range of that symbolic site, it is claimed by those models and remains so while the models remain within range of it. So it's pretty much a normal objective marker, basically, but we get a bonus for holding it by a character, and as I said, we get extra bonuses there. So, let's go through the armies. So, as you can see, I've actually not split the Chaos Space Marines. I'm going to try and stick them in one big squad for a change, so that hopefully when we get towards the enemy, we're actually going to be having enough close combat guys alive to do some combat. So they're being led, of course, as usual, by the Dark Apostle, the Hellbrutes here ready to stomp up the battlefield, and we got the Chaos Terminators over there on the far flank, which is just out of shot. There we go, just get them in now. So for our secondaries, we're going to go for Champions of the Dark Gods. So the Dark Apostle will score 3 points at the end of any phase in which he destroys a model. Don't really see myself ever using idolatrous despoilers unless there seems to be a reason for us to claim the opponent's objective. Maybe if we're playing a mission where we have to claim the opponent's home objective. And for our objective, we're going for Infernal Blessings for the Feel No Pain. Again, I don't really see myself using Hateful Exhortation. Could be useful against certain armies, improving the AP, so armies of high armor save, like the Space Marines maybe. But against the Aeldari, who have very little in the way of high armor, except for the Wraith Lord and Wraith Guard, the 5+ Feel No Pain is going to be better for the champion. On the Aeldari side then, I've split the jet bikes as usual, just to give myself 2 flanking forces. Might try them as a full unit, might last a bit longer that way. But this way, at least I can target 2 units with 1 stratagem instead of just 1 unit. We've also got the Wraith Guard for a change instead of the Wraith Lord, so they're going to sit around the mid-board and try and gun down enemies when they get close. And as usual, the Farseer here is leading the Guardians on the centre there, holding that central objective. So for our secondary, we're going to use Greater Destiny. So if we can get to the other side of the table and stay there, we're going to score 10 points at the end of the battle, which could tip the game in our favour. It's a big chunky points. There's not really enough objective markers to score much off Ineffable Agenda, so I thought I'd go for the chunkier points there, as I said. And we're going to use Foresight again, so this time I'll try to remember that I've got Foresight and we can utilise the Overwatch stratagem for 0 CP against the unit that the Farseer is leading. So, and improved hitting as well, which is pretty good. So let's zoom in a bit, as we've got two things to do. We've got fate dice to roll and then first turn. So I've got my 12 white dice here, ready to roll for fate. Let's see what fate has in store for us. That is horrible. I'm going to lose a dice and re-roll that. Again, that's not overly best, but I'm not going to push my luck. I think I'll take that. So yeah, we'll save that roll, I think. And finally, roll off the first turn. Let's see who gets it. Chaos Space Marines get first turn. They also set it up first and chose to be attackers. So with that, we're going to go into Chaos Space Marines turn 1. So at the end of our movement phase, I've advanced with the Terminators and the Chaos Space Marines, so we're getting closer to those central objectives. The only unit that can shoot is going to be our Hellbrute, so D3 plasma shots will go for the Wraith Guard. So 36, you're definitely in range of that. So 2 shots. And it's blast, so there's 5 models in the unit, so we get an extra shot. So 3 shots in total, hitting on 3s. Missing once. Oh, I didn't say a Dark Pact, so I won't utilise one. Strength 8, toughness 6, so freeze the wound, just the 1 wound, normal. So it's minus 3 AP though, so a 2+ save down to a 5+ save. Ooh, failed. Can't use any stratagems on them. And it's straight up 3 damage, that is 1 dead Wraith Guard. Bang. First blood to Chaos. And now for Hazardous, they're fine, so no blowing up. And with that, we'll head over to Aeldari turn 1. So into Aeldari turn 1, no side has used a stratagem, so they both have 2 command points. We've got a new fate dice as we have a Guardians controlling an objective. Definitely don't want a 1. Ooh, another 6. Nice. And we got to roll for Fortune in the command phase as well. Ooh, it's not off. Okay. So no Fortune this turn. We've got Defenders of the Fate there and Swift Demise. So everything has moved up a minimum. So 8 inches on the top jet bike unit, only the normal 6 on the Wraith Guard, and 6 inches on this bottom jet bike unit. And so that's going to get them in range of their weapons. So playing rather tactically today. So before we do anything else, we're going to go Stormer Shots for 1 CP. And we'll target both our jet bike units, so improving their shooting. Chaos going to do anything in retaliation? Not really. So straight to shooting then. So we've got 2 shots on each of the twin catapults here. So hitting on 3s, 2s thanks to Stormer Shots. And because that is the closest target, we can reroll 1s. Oh, still a 1. And next we get Strength 4, Toughness 4, Force the Wound with rerolls twin linked. 3 wounds on the Chaos at -1. So I do 2 at a time, 3 up down to a 4 up save. Both saved, and still saved. Okay, 3 shots on, 6 shots even from the scatter laser, hitting on 2s. So +1, so 2s there would still fail. Reroll because they are the closest target for 1s even, and yeah, everything hits, sweet. And strength 5, toughness 4, freeze. Come on. Thank you. There we go. Can't remember if that was a fail or not, so I'll count it as a hit because it's AP 0, so it's going to not really matter much. 3 up armor save for Chaos Space Marines. And I fail just 1. So we'll injure dude over there. Next up then, the other jetbike unit shooting at the Chaos Terminators. So hitting on 2s again. Sweet. And then 5, so it's strength 4, tough 5 with twin linked. Sweet, 3 wounds on the Terminators, -1 down to 3 up saves. Will you stop moving? That was a 3 until I knocked it, definitely. So they're all fine. 6 shots on scatter laser, hitting on 2s again. Rerolling 1s because they're closest target. Still 1 miss. Wounding on 4s because it's equal. And we don't get twin linked on these guys. 2 plus saves. Saved. Wraithguard are in range. 4 shots at the Hellbrute. Scan. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on strength 14, toughness 9, not double. So freeze, just the 1. -4, ow. So he's not an infantry unit, so he can't get the militia, the Empiric Rights. And he can't go to ground either. So it is a 6 up save. Saved! Chaos Gods are with me today. And with that, we'll call it the end of turn 1. Moving on to Chaos Space Marines. Turn 2, and we can start scoring. So everything has moved up just normal. So Terminators are shuffled around the objective. And the Chaos Space Marines have turned out to here. We scored 10 points as we controlled 1 for being battle line and 2 for controlling that one. We didn't score 15 as we didn't control that one for character, but we hopefully should do next turn over here. Hellbrute's moved up and now it's time to level its plasma cannon on those Wraithguard. D3 shots for big 3, no +1 as the unit has been depleted. Hits on freeze, everything. Wounds on freeze, everything. Ow. 3 5 up saves. They don't have the faction ability, so they can't be targeted by Strands of Fate, and they can't be targeted by stratagems because they're Wraith constructs. So 5 up saves. Ow, we didn't make a single one. That's going to be 3 dead Wraithguard at 3 damage each. And for that, I have a feeling he's going to go hazardous. No, he doesn't. He's fine. Sweet. So we're going to try Dark Pacts. And we're going to go for sustained hits as we want to try and get as much damage on those on those jet bikes as possible. But the Aeldari are going to retaliate by paying 1 CP for Zephyr Swift on these guys and these guys, meaning we are -1 to hit, so we won't score lethal hits. Well, they're still going to get some shots off anyway. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 bolt guns still alive. So it's 8 shots there. Hitting on 3s. And it's only melee attacks the apostle benefits. Missing twice. Strength 4, toughness 4. 4s. Not a sausage. We have 1, 2, 3 bolt pistols plus the apostle because he hits on a 3 as well for some reason. Oh, actually, we want to roll him separately, so we'll do that in a minute. Because he might, if he destroys a model, he'll get points. So 1 miss, 2 hits, hitting, wounding on 4s, 1 wound, no AP, so a 3+ save, saved. Apostle's pistol, he won't kill anything. Hits and wounds, and it's saved. Plasma pistol, we will supercharge. Hits on a 3, wounds on a strength 8, tough 4, 2s. 1 at -3 for supercharge, so 6 up save. No. 2 damage, that's 1 dead jet bike. Scatter laser gone. That's why I've been forgetting -1 to hit. So a lot of things wouldn't have hit as much, but so far it's only been the plasma that's actually benefited. Plus he got way too high a score to miss. We've got a melter gun then. Is it in range? It should be. Just hits on a 3, it doesn't. Then we've got 3 shots from heavy bolter hitting on 4s down to 5s because we moved, and it's Zephyr Swift. No, nothing. Okay, 1 dead jet bike, so that's something. Terminators then. So we've got our bolt guns to shoot first. So comedy bolt is a rapid fire one, so it'll be 3 shots each. As we're in rapid fire range of those jet bikes. Hitting on 3s down to 4s because of Zephyr Swift. And wounding on 4s. 3 wounds. No minuses, so 3 up armor. Failed 1. 1 damage on the scatter laser. Reaper chain cannon then. 4 shots hitting on 4s. Nothing. Oh dear. That is it for shooting. On to charges. I think there'll be the Hellbrute into that remaining Wraith Guard. Whew, he's definitely in. Vroom. Sorry, you're dead. No, I won't charge them. So straight to combat then with the Hellbrute. 5 attacks on his hammer. And we will Dark Pact because he has the ability. That's a point leadership test on these guys. So they did do a Dark Pact. They passed. So we'll go for lethal hits, so auto wounding. Actually, no. We don't really need auto wounding because we're going to be wounding pretty easily anyway with strength 14. So we'll go for sustained hits. Ooh, we get a sustained hit, which is good because we missed 3 times. So 1 extra from the sustained. Strength 14, toughness 6, it's double, so 2s. That's 3 wounds at -3, 2+ down to a 5+. Can it survive? No. With the base +1 damage, it's dead, but how much is it dead? Very dead, because that is 8, 9, 10, 11, 14 damage on a 3 wound model. And we can consolidate. We must end closer to the closest enemy unit, so we'll move just ½ an inch. So we've depleted the possibly most potent unit on the Aeldari side. Getting Fortune off would have been nice, but I'd definitely put it on the Wraith Guard. Give him a bit more durability. But with that, we're on to Aeldari turn 2. While the camera's on, we've got a brand new fate dice to add to our pool. We've yet to use any, actually, because most of the stuff that's been needing fate dice haven't been able to be targeted by fate dice. Oh, it's another one. Big deal. And do we get fortune off? We do this time. And I have a feeling it's going to be needed on the Guardians. End of movement. Jet bike squad that's fully, well, sort of fully healthy has fallen back away from the Hellbrute. Guardians have moved out. The other jet bikes have stood still. On to shooting then. We scored 5 points for holding the one objective over there. We haven't been able to score any more as Chaos are too heavily on the objectives. So we've only got 2 command points to the opponent's 4. This isn't going to go very well. We're going to go with Storm of Shots. And I think we'll do it on both jet bike units again. So first jet bike unit down here, just the twin catapults shooting at the Chaos Space Marines. Rerunning ones because it's on an objective. Still 1 miss. Sweet, not too bad. And strength 4, tough 4 4s with twin linked. Just a 2, -1. So the wounded guy is dead. And 1 wound on somebody else. Ow, is. So we'll wound this guy over here, because he's closest to them if they want to charge. Other jet bike squad, while I'm thinking about it, again 2 shots of the shuriken catapults, and we'll go for, I think we're a little out of range now for the Terminators. No, we're just in. But if we want the rerolls to hit, we'll go against the Hellbrute. So don't really need it, we've hit with everything, but can we wound? Strength 4, toughness, a lot, 6s. As it's over double, toughness 9, with rerolls of twin linked. No. 2 shots of the scatter laser. 6 shots even with the scatter laser. Missing, actually, +1 would be 3, so that's everything hits. And it is strength 5 against toughness 9. So it's not double, so 5s. 2 wounds on the scatter laser. Hellbrute's normal armor is 2+. Saved. Oh, I forgot he's dark packed from earlier. Yeah, he's fine. Okay, onto the Guardians then. We will turn the Star Cannon into the Hellbrute. We'll sacrifice a 3 to auto hit with 1 shot, needing another 3. Nope, we don't get it. Single shot then, strength 8, toughness 9, 5s. I should have sacrificed the fate dice for that, that's a fail. And, ooh, actually, I think Psychic Power would be pretty good against the Hellbrute, because it's got high damage. So we'll Eldritch Storm at the Hellbrute, and then all the Shurikens at the Chaos Space Marines. So D6 shots. 2. Okay. Hitting on a 3. Both hit. Strength 6, tough 9, 5s. Again, I should have done a fate dice, damn it. Shuriken catapults, everybody's alive, so 20 shots. That's all my dice. So hitting on 3s normally, no bonuses. Ow. That is a heck of a lot of misses. Over half have missed. The Chaos Space Marines at point blank range, near enough. Strength 4, tough 4, 4s. And 4 have failed to wound. 5 wounds on the Chaos Space Marines at -1. First one kills him. 2 kills, yeah, might as well kill the heavy bolter, make the charge harder, because I've got a feeling they're going to charge me, or try to. And 1 wound on the other bolt gun guy, which is in the middle there. And with that, charge phase. It's an 8, it's still makeable, especially if I sacrifice a 6. One he now is a 2. Another 6. Definitely in. So 12 inches, which gets that guy right to there. And with that, fight phase. So pile in, hold on a sec. So piled in, we'll do the Farseer first. She gets 2 attacks with a spear, hitting on 2s. Wounding on 5s. Well, you know what? Seeing as my dice don't want to work, I'm going to sacrifice 5 in my fate dice pool to auto wound with that. And no AP. So 3 up armor save. Saved. Then we got all of our weapon platform isn't in base contact, and neither are that guy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guardians. 9 attacks. Strength freeze. There's going to be 5s to wound. And that was a 3. I'm not going to bother sacrificing fate dice for combat weapons. Just the 1 wound. 3 up save. Saved. Chaos Space Marines now get the pile in. So we'll do Dark Apostle, as he can get some extra points if he manages to kill anybody. 5 attacks. Hitting on 2s, that's everything. Wounding on 3s, strength 5, toughness 3. Of course I fail. Let's command reroll one of those. I've got a point to burn. There we go. 3 at -1, so 4 up down to 5 up on the Guardians. Bang bang, that's 3 dead. So he scores an additional 3 victory points there. So I'll use one of these white dice that's on the side for an extra 3 points. So we've destroyed a model. Then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 models that are in base contact. So we've got the champion with his cursed weapon, hitting twice. Strength 6. No, 5. So freeze, failing to wound. So we've got 1 chainsword guy. 4 attacks, hitting on freeze, wounding on freeze. Wow, he does good. -1 for the chainsword though, so 4 up save again. Save 2 to die. That's half the unit gone already. And then we've just got 1, 2, and he's in base contact with a base contact model, so 3 close combat weapons. 4 close combat weapons, I can't count. That was right the first time, 3 close combat weapons. Hitting on freeze. Wounding on freeze. Five at 4+ armor. Another 2 bites of dust, and you know what, we'll get rid of the weapon platform for those 2 wounds. Hasn't gone the way of the Aeldari, but I think they might actually... No, but it's going to be... So 5 Chaos Space Marines to 5 Aeldari and the Farseer. So they will win that objective by 1, which is good because we're going into Chaos Space Marines turn 3, so it denies the Chaos Space Marines some points. So with that, it's on to Chaos Space Marine's turn 3, which might just be the final turn. So we score another 10 points as we still hold our home objective after sticking it with a battle line unit. As we don't control this one, the control hasn't changed. They control that one. Hellbrute has moved up. He's now going to shoot D3 shots at the jet bikes for the big 3 again. Hitting on 3s. And you know what? We'll Dark Pacts again, I think. Want to do whip fast reactions. It might be helpful. It'll deny him his Dark Pacts. That is -1 down to a 5, but everything hits. So no Dark Pacts. Everything hits, and everything will wound on 2s because we're tough, double toughness. Yeah, 3 wounds on the jet bikes at -3. The first one that's wounded is a 6-up save. Nope. 6-up saves to the other 2. Nope. 3 damage each. They are gone. Boom. Hellbrute is just sat there now. Okay, Terminators haven't got anything to shoot at for their Storm Bolters. Oh no, yes they are actually. They can shoot all the way across the board. So they won't get rapid fire, but they will get 2 shots each for the Storm Bolters. Or Twin Bolt Gun, should I say. Hitting on 3s, well -1, so 4s. Yeah, it's really long range, so only 2 have hit. Wounding on 4s, because it's equal. 1, -0, 3-up save. And 4 shots with the autocannon. 2 hit. Actually, no, that's down to a 2, so 1 hit. And it's not double, but high enough anyway. 3s. No, it doesn't wound. Oh, you know what? Command reroll. Come on, let's get a wound. Still no. Okay, on to fight phase. Aeldari picking the fight first, so the Farseer and her Guardians will go 2 attacks to the Farseer, both hitting. Because I've got a feeling she's going to be dead, I'm going to Fate Dice 1. We need a 5. Nope, so 1 save of 3+. Saved. Then we've got 5 Guardian attacks. Ooh, kills the bolt gun guy. Which is good because it means others can consolidate pilot. So if I want to use whip fast reactions again, I'm going to have to spend another command point. Because it's a new phase. But mind you, I have got Fortune on them, which I kept forgetting about, so 1 from wound roll. So yes, I'm going to spend my last command point for whip fast reactions. So it's -1 to hit and -1 to wound, which hopefully this time I won't forget about. Dark Apostle first then, 5 attacks, hitting on 3s. Everything, wounding on Strength 5, Toughness 3, normally 3s, down to, oh no, Strength 6, so it would be 2s down to 3s. And our command reroll because it's a new phase. Yeah, look at that. 3 wounds on the Aeldari, -1, so 5-up saves. Made 1, failed 2. I can only kill 2 Guardians. But I scored another 3 points, putting us to 26. One, 2, 3. 3 chainsword attacks, which are 4 attacks each. And hitting on 4s because of -1s, which is a lot. Nice. And wounding on would-be 3s down to 4s. That was a success. 6 saves of -1 because it's a Starty's Chainsword, so 5 up. That is the unit wiped out. Actually, I should have done these one at a time. Because now it's only the Farseer left. And technically, they've already attacked. But he's in base contact with him, so I do get 1 close combat weapon attack. And fails the wound. Farseer is alive, and it's their turn. They have nothing they can do to win. Yeah, Aeldari going to concede. That's going to be a Chaos victory. Bringing in our map, our board. So Chaos were the attackers, facing off against Aeldari. They have played this mission with a Chaos win. So there we go. That could have gone a little better. We sadly lost the Wraithguard early on. Terminators and Hellboot just stormed that end, and yeah, the Chaos Space Marines as one big squad definitely worked out to the Aeldari. The best the Aeldari could do is hopefully get those jet bikes into the opponent's deployment zone and stay there, but with the long range on the Terminator guns, they can just sit back and shoot, hopefully, and whittle the unit down. So they will score, well, nothing really, because they don't control that anymore. They would score nothing for objectives, and they'd score 10 at the end of the game if the jet bikes are alive. But they've got to last 2 turns in the opponent's home zone. Well, a minimum of 1 in the opponent's home zone, because it'll take them 2 probably to get there. Even unless I roll 6, I'd give them a nice, juicy 20 inches of movement. But yeah, Chaos Space Marines are probably going to score big next turn. They'll score 5, 10, 15. Yeah, it's going to definitely be a Chaos victory, as I said. So we'll leave it there. All what's left for me to do is say thank you all very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. And I will see you next time for more Combat Patrol Carnage as we start painting our Death Dread. And we've got some new lore to learn about the Orcs and a brand new short story. So, I'll see you then. Bye!